The Book of John, Chapter 2. 2 days later, there was a wedding in the town of Cana in Galilee. The mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his followers were also invited to the wedding. At the wedding, there was not enough wine. After the wine was all gone, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no more wine." Jesus answered, "Dear woman, you should not tell me what to do. It is not yet time for me to begin my work." The mother of Jesus said to the servants, "Do what Jesus tells you to do." In that place, there were 6 large water pots made of stone. The Jews used water pots like these in their washing ceremonies. Each water pot held about 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill those water pots with water." So the servants filled the pots to the top. Then Jesus said to the servants, "Now, take out some water. Carry the water to the master of the feast." So the servants brought the water to the master. Then the man in charge of the wedding feast tasted it. But the water had become wine. The man did not know where the wine came from. But the servants that brought the water knew where it came from. The master of the wedding called the bridegroom. He said to the bridegroom, "People always serve the best wine first. Later, after the guests have become drunk, people serve the cheaper wine. But you have saved the best wine until now." This was the first miracle that Jesus did. Jesus did the miracle in the town of Cana in Galilee. So Jesus showed his greatness, and his followers believed in him. Then Jesus went to the town of Capernaum. The mother of Jesus and brothers and his followers went with him. They all stayed in Capernaum a few days. It was almost time for the Jewish Passover, so Jesus went to Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, Jesus went to the temple. In the temple area, Jesus saw men selling cattle, sheep, and doves. Jesus saw other men sitting at tables. These men were exchanging and trading people's money. Jesus made a whip with some pieces of rope. Then Jesus forced all these men and the sheep and cattle to leave the temple area. Jesus turned over the tables and scattered the money of the men that exchanged money. Then Jesus said to the men that were selling the pigeons, "Take these things out of here. Don't make my Father's house a place for buying and selling." When this happened, the followers of Jesus remembered what was written in the scriptures. "My excitement for your house will destroy me." Psalm 69, verse 9. Some Jews said to Jesus, "Show us a miracle for a sign. Prove that you have the right to do these things." Jesus answered, "Destroy this temple, and I will build it again in 3 days." The Jews answered, "People worked 46 years to build this temple. Do you really believe you can build it again in 3 days?" But the temple Jesus meant was his own body. After Jesus was raised from death, his followers remembered that Jesus had said this. So his followers believed the scripture about him, and they believed the words Jesus said. Jesus was in Jerusalem for the Passover festival. Many people believed in Jesus because they saw the miracles he did. But Jesus did not trust them. Why? Because Jesus knew things people were thinking. Jesus did not need any person to tell him about people. Jesus knew what was in a person's mind.